Hello, welcome to the Blue Moon Show. My name is PG, and today we're gonna find what happened with Bill Maher and Mark Cuban. It was a hilarious interview, and I believe Mark Cuban destroyed Bill Maher in these occasions just when he asked him about Bitcoin. So, without further ado, let's just listen to their interview, and I will just add some of my quotes how to explain actually Bill Maher what is actually the Bitcoin and what Bitcoin is standing on. So let's listen first and see this interview.
That he thought it too, which is I wanted to do it because this is not. Because again, I wanted to do something that was exactly like my life. Who puts thought into like, oh, we're going to Mark Cuban for dinner? What did I take notes? But there was one thing. But I might say to myself, there's one thing I really want to ask him about, which is Bitcoin. Because I've been very anti-Bitcoin, and I don't think you are.
I'd be very anti-Bitcoin. Is that something personally because you are paid off, or the people that you are actually surrounded? I don't think so. I like the Bitcoin, but I'm not hating fiat currencies. I'm not hating anything. So I'm not anti anything. I'm anti-scamming.
And then recently put Bitcoin time, and I must tell you, I'm rooting Bitcoin never against you. No, that's okay. Even more now. No, that's okay. Because I know you.
I'm rooting it. I want Bitcoin to go down a lot further so I can buy some more.
He has a point. I want Bitcoin to go down to what more? This is what I want actually.
Right? Because if you buy gold, what do you think about gold? What do you think about gold?
I think it's good when you're trying to get laid.
But no, not when you're wearing gold. Yeah, come on, baby. Like, would you buy gold as an investment?
I'm gold.
Okay.
Everybody likes to.
You know what? If you have gold, you're dumb as fuck.
Well, I mean, it never. It's a small part. It's like a hedge against everything else.
It's a hedge against everything, but
yes, it is. It's
no,
would I be
but it's
all
not
in
a hedge,
gold? No.
No, but it's not a hedge against anything, right? What it is a store value, and you don't own the physical gold, do you?
No, of course. Well, who the fuck knows?
And then he asked him, "You don't own physical gold, don't you?" And then he asked, "Who the fuck knows?" Can you imagine the mind of that person when they're asking him, but you don't know the physical gold? What does it mean? It means that somebody can write on the paper that you owning that amount of the gold, and you are actually pretending that you are actually holding that amount of gold. It's not the same like you are having the notes. Just try to think with your common sense. Then somebody or something in the middle just claim to you that you have that particular amount of gold, and they give you a piece of paper, no matter how that actually look, no matter from where that come. So what you will think tomorrow if that institution, or I don't know, hedge fund or government, even if they go bankruptcy, they will actually give you something in return. We saw what happened with the FTX and the centralized exchanges when they are holding people assets, and when people have that on chain, they are actually playing with that. So do you think that no one is actually going to play with your gold? So you are owning gold only if you have it yourself. Otherwise, you are not owning. You're only just their claim that you are having sovereign the gold. So that's the difference. They're making fractional reserving gold. They're selling gold because they're printing the papers that they're actually going to promise that you have that particular amount in their banks. But actually, in reality, you are not having that amount of gold unless you are having with you.
What I know is it never goes away. It's always worth something. You can always sell it.
Just
And
Bitcoin, gold is a store of value, and so is Bitcoin.
I will agree with the Mark Cuban, but he has to add, it's not just with the Bitcoin. Bitcoin, it's actually that you can check anytime on the ledger. You can check on the blockchain how many Bitcoin is there, who owning the Bitcoin. Particular reasons with the gold, you are not going to be able to do that, because any government can claim that they have a certain amount of gold and they actually don't have it. They can bring television, mainstream media to take photos of the gold bars in the banks, national banks. But how we can actually be proof that they are just frontline real gold and the backline are just plain metals. just painted in the gold color. How we can believe in that? If particularly Germany is gonna claim that they have 10,000 tons of gold and they're bringing mainstream media to check it, they can easily put the real gold in front and to paint the backside of that treasure with gold color. So in my way, this is not accurate. Everything can be fails, everything can be organized. We know that they have machine behind them. They have entire mainstream media, and actually Bitcoin is not just the store of value. Bitcoin is actually the store of value and the store of proof. So no one cannot claim now they have something what they don't have. If particularly bank is claiming that they have 10,000 bitcoins, they should have their 10,000 bitcoins on their portfolio. That's it. Very simple and easy.
This is an apt analogy.
Because you don't hold gold.
But the world is not run by gold.
The world is actually the money, and the world is actually run by gold. And this is the problem, what they don't understand. The notes are currency. This is not the money. Only money what we have, it's a gold. And the world is actually run by gold. You give to the institution the gold, they give us notes. And this is how the system is actually going, because we are having this problem. They're making a fractional reserving banking system where they don't have a cover back for their dollars what they're printing around the world, euros, yens, whatever they have. They don't have anything that can cover that amount what they're printing. They're just printing that from the thin air. And that's the actual problem. The world should supposed to be run on gold or something else like a Bitcoin, which is not fractional reserving. We choose the gold just because it's rare material that no one can copy, replicate, or other. Not for nothing. We choose it because we don't want people to print on the fraction of the button something that we are working hard.
No, it's not run by Bitcoin either.
It's
It's not radiant, but can be, and it's very simple. We don't have middleman. We don't need institution for the world to run on Bitcoin. We can see everything publicly in the ledger. So why not? The world can easily be running on the Bitcoin, and it's the best possible way what I am seeing right now in this point what we are right now.
I mean, I can't deny that. Although it is based on actually mining something, which is crazily, that's why we got off the gold standard, because it's crazy to hook a currency to what you can find in.
No, we did not go because of the gold standard. You go of the gold standard because of your criminal activities, what you're planning to do that. And you're not denying that, of course. Of course you will agree that whoever is close to money will be actually rich, famous. Who is controlling that printers? If you're having every year inflation of 2% times 10 years, it's a 20% inflation. So whatever I'm gonna have in my first 10 years, in the next 10 years, it's gonna be 20% less than I am having. If we have $100 for the 10 years, that $100 is actually be presentable as $80. That simple is it. And it's that criminal activity, of course it is. Who is gonna pay for that? You have to have somebody responsible for that inflation. It's not about, no one is responsible. I'm really surprised how this world is actually ruling it. No one is responsible for nothing. Only small people, when they make minority mistakes, they're responsible for it. But the big players are not responsible for nothing. For what we need police, for what we need the judge, for what we need institution, for nothing, I think. Somebody needs to be responsible for this inflation. Somebody needs to go into jail. Somebody's playing with the entire humanity. The monetary fund of entire planet is in dangers. And this is red alert for me.
Round.
But you and your ownership, you don't own the gold bar. And if everything went to hell in a handbasket, and you had a gold bar, you know what would happen? Someone would beat the fuck out of you, kill you.
And that's right. If tomorrow something happens, if the banks are actually going out of the business, if all banks are going insolvent, what are you going to do with your gold? You're going to go on the street, give to somebody the fraction of your gold, and they will just kill you? What is you will do? With the Bitcoin, you can buy online whatever you want. You don't need middleman. You don't need to transaction entire Bitcoin. You can just take the friction on one wallet and go and buy whatever you want with your Bitcoin. That's why it's the benefit of Bitcoin, because you don't need a middle exchange. When you will have a gold, of course you will need somebody who will give you something in return. How you're gonna go with the gold bars to buy the piece of bread, and how actually somebody's gonna believe you that this is real gold in today's world where we have a lot of Chinese things looks like gold. What do you think? For example, you're having a gold coin, you're going to the cashier and she will have a time to check if your gold coin is real or not. With Bitcoin, you don't have that issue because we have public validators who can check in the fraction of second that your Bitcoin is real or not. With the gold, you don't have. So I'm seeing again the Bitcoin is winning this situation, and the Bitcoin is going to be better, much better in this point as well from the gold.
Take the gold bar, and then they can use the bar there, and hit somebody. That's it. You're not going to shave a little bit of gold with some waste.
Well, I mean, the idea that currency is a state of mind. This is in, by the way, Yuval Harari's great book, Safety. It's about humans are different than apes because humans can organize in great numbers.
Humans are different than apes. Yeah, so of course we are different from apes. But for some reasons, you guys, from the politician, from the media, from the mainstream media, thinks that you are much better than any other humans. You guys believing that we are still on the basis as apes, that we're gonna believe in your scam, what people used to believe in 15,000 years ago. This is different time, and you have to understand that this time is totally different. It's not like 10 years ago, it's not like 20 years ago, it's not like 30 years ago. We having a lot information around. The kids, what used to be 10 years ago, they used to grow up on the books, what they may find on the internet, on the YouTube. There's not the same kids what you used to have last 15 years who are stupid enough to not see about themselves. This generation, it's a new generation where you will not gonna be able to scam with your old system and tricks what you're having in your slaves. This is the point actually. We are not apes. We are humans with intelligence. And we can see if somebody is trying to trick us or not. And day by day what I'm going to looking in and everything, I'm just realizing that everything was entire, every single thing what I used to know from my past, what my parents teaching me, it's actually basically, typically the scam. Entire world is the fucking scam. And of course we are not apes.
It's about an idea. The idea could be, we gotta go kill everybody who isn't a Christian, or we gotta go kill.
Why I should kill somebody who is a Christian or Muslims who actually invade the ideology of religion? Who make that ideology? If you read Quran, if you read the Bible, if you read the Krishna, you will see that they have similarity. The people are generally same. Only difference what make us different in our own integrity. What are you guys trying to remove from us with your corporate system? When you bring us in the corporation, you want from us to behave as corporative rules, that everybody is used to be the same without concerns of individual. This is what you want to remove from us. Individuality. You want us to conform and to be in conformism of any religion, corporate company, nationality. And this is the problem. We already saw your scams. What you're trying to do with the people. That's why you're trying to create this mediocrity around. That's why you create the TV program, to program people to behave as one without their personal integrity. And whoever is going to escape from the game and realize that that's the game, you're going to do your cancel culture. That's the problem.
Believers, the Muslim, those ideas, bad ideas. But like the idea that money is an idea, it's not wrong.
No, it's right.
But
the money is the gold. The notes are not the money. The notes are not the money. The notes are just paper that used to be claiming that you are having that amount of gold. What is money actually? Money is actually your effort, energy, and time. How many effort and energy you are giving for a particular time. That's actually the definition of money. And that money can only be in gold or in Bitcoin, which is much better.
We tie our money to, I mean, Apple makes something. A phone is something real that you drop
really
in the
need
toilet.
gold jewelry. If the world,
No, but
if
you're
gold jewelry.
Of course, Apple makes something, but somebody used to make that iPhone. And somebody used to put that effort in that. So that iPhone is not gonna be with any use case if you are not having people around. So it's a win-win situation. You have people who consuming the product, and on the other side you have a product. Without people, which is majority in the main things here, you will not gonna have successful companies around the globe. So it's not just iPhone wins or Apple wins or any other corporate company that they're thinking that they're above the humanity. All these corporate companies just because of that saying humans.
That's with gold. Most of the economy is not gold.
No, but the point
Most
is
of the economy is
But
iPhone,
we're
which is
talking
a
about
real
Bitcoin.
thing with real
We're
value,
talking
and
about-
it's been valued at
The real value is people who give that iPhone the purpose to be there, to be existing. That's the real value of iPhone or whatever you have. Without people, they will not gonna have a purpose.
$1,000.
But we're
So
talking
it's
about-
pegged to
We're
something.
talking about Bitcoin, and
Which is
Bitcoin,
pegged to nothing.
which is neither is gold, really, right?
Again, gold.
You
If gold was controlling our
Depending on that you are having certain amount of energy spending on the mining Bitcoin, depending on that you are having just small amount of Bitcoin, 21 million. From that 21 million, maybe 18 million are still there. And that, imagine that this one will not gonna be in any moment created any more Bitcoin than that. And can you imagine that you have demand of 10 billion people who are hunting 18 million Bitcoins? How you can see that there is nothing? Nothing has actually value. If you compare the dollar, that's just the papers. Nothing else. That's why you have, in Bitcoin, you have actually the value. Because it's transferable, everybody can see how many Bitcoins we have. Secondly, it's transparency. I can see how many Bitcoins I have, and I may see how many Bitcoins you have. If you're a politician, if you're a judge, I will see if you are corrupted, if you're having more Bitcoins than actually it's promised as your salaries. And that's actually okay with that. Careful, you're not gonna be actually able to lie to the people and give the fractional papers of your Bitcoin, for instance, what you are doing with the gold. So if you want to promise somebody, if you're a bank and you are holding 10,000 Bitcoins, you have to have 10,000 on the chain, on public blockchain, where everybody's going to be able to see it and you're not going to be able to fake it. That's actually the point and the real value of Bitcoin, because banks today are promising that they're having some certain amount of your money, but actually what they're giving, whatever you're going to put in your bank, they're going to lend to other person and take the loan, give us a loan to that another person and take the interest. And they're still claiming that they're having your 2 million or $200 million in your bank, but actually they are not having. They're just waiting for another person to put the money inside and to give you back once when you're asking them. So that's the problem. With the Bitcoin, if you're having a bank who is claiming to have 10,000 Bitcoin, they should have any seconds, because I can go on the blockchain ledger and check how many Bitcoins that bank actually have. And if he's not having what they supposed to be have on the papers, I can claim that they don't have, that they are insolvent.
our economy right now, I would say you have a good argument. Gold is not. We got off gold in the 30s.
No, you're making my point though. No, you're making my point. When you own gold, all you own is a digital transaction. When you
Which
own
is
Bit-
why we're not mostly in.
As I say, you're not going to be able to transfer digitally your gold also. And one more thing, what Bitcoin is winning this game from the gold, it's because I can buy whatever I can in Bitcoin today, right now, digitally, online, without any fair company in the middle to be. And that's actually amazing. I'm not having a middleman anymore. No one can press the button if you don't like this interview just to cancel me. because they are not agreed with me, not even to come with me in debate, because they don't want to come with me in debate. They know that with all arguments I'm gonna cover them. That's why they're gonna decide to cancel me. That's why they will try to cancel my existence of my family. And first what they're gonna do, they will cut my income. And that's very simple.
Gold. And that's fine, right? I'm not boasting your Bitcoin, right? It's just something I own.
Okay.
But it's just, it's a digital transaction, and it's a store of value. That's the term for it, a store of value. So people perceive that there's value associated with gold, and there's value associated with Bitcoin.
As Warren Buffett said, it's just really about having something that you can sell to somebody else that has absolutely no value, and then it's their problem. So it is.
But that's the share of stock in like 90% of the companies out there, right?
Warren Buffett is the old guy who is 90 years old, and he used to talk about the system that used to be in the past. It's not anymore 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. It's a new generation. People have more information. People are smarter than used to be anyone from 2001. People are not anymore stupid like before. This is new generation. Your kids are actually taking their education from the internet, and they're much more smarter than you guys thinking.
You think that?
Yes. You know, I can go on for days about this shit, but look, when it comes down
You
to
think most companies are shit?
I will say one more thing about this. Actually, Mark Cuban destroyed Bill in any certain point. This guy don't have any argument how to defend themselves. So obviously he's paid, or he's really dumb past that don't understand how is actually Bitcoin is working, or he's really good what he has. He don't have a give a shit about anything. Only what he has to do is just to go and attack Bitcoin with no certain points of about that, like everyone is doing that, whatever they want from that mainstream people. They will just tell them as a script to say, and they will receive actually in return. This is how actually I'm seeing this interview. This guy, Bill, really, he's really stupid, dumb pass, or he's really well paid by somebody influential who don't want Bitcoin to be there. And as I said in my previous videos, they don't want Bitcoin. Of course, they will do whatever is necessary just to stop the Bitcoin from the people and from the public. We are already in this war since 2009, and we know that eventually we're gonna win this war. They always used to say that Bitcoin is gonna be dead. The Bitcoin already died 15,000 times. But according to the mainstream media, experts, science, Warren Buffett, Peter Schiff, but the world is not actually working like that. You guys actually fuck this world. You fuck with our monetary system. The things that you did, it's really inappropriate. Somebody has to go into jail because of these things. We used to have nice and good planet. On the beginning, banking system used to be really good, but somebody used to become really greedy, and they actually fucked the entire system. So you cannot be greedy and having this fractional reserving system, or you're gonna put the humanity again in the slavery mode if you want to escape this inflation. I'm not seeing any kind of exit of this inflation. Whatever they're doing with this basis points, they're just slowing down inflation. Nothing's gonna happen with that. They already know that they're fucked big time. We having a people on the top who are very rich, who never wants to give up from their wealth, and on the other side we have people who are living on margin of existence. How that is gonna reflect in the future, it's on future to tell us. What I'm seeing, the only smart and only one solution for humanity to escape that crisis, what is ahead from us, maybe for 5 or 6 years, is to be transferred in Bitcoin and to start one more era of Bitcoin era. So I am for transparency. I am for government first to be transparent. We need America to show their power now, when humanity need actually the power of America. because number one country in any occasions militarily, the world is expecting from America to take initiative, to act as adult in this game, not to act somebody who is going to hide. People are not anymore stupid. We saw it with the pandemic, that people are not stupid. We're expecting from America first to show us examples, to put those people in jail who created pandemic, etc. The second thing is we need really to tell the people the truth about Bitcoin, and we have to take, somebody needs to take responsibility from the mainstream media, what they did and why they make disinformation and misinformation around the globe. That's pretty much everything from this interview. As I say, my opinion is that Mark Cuban just destroyed Bill Maher. Again, guys, I really want you to write me down below in the comments what you are thinking about this. What do you think actually by Bitcoin? How you gonna explain to the average guy what Bitcoin is actually? How you gonna explain to your parents about Bitcoin? And tomorrow, how you gonna have a communication? What do you think 10 years from now? How you gonna have communication with your kids about everything? What is it? And also, I really want to hear your opinion about current situation, about inflation. What are you thinking about the gold? What are you thinking about Bitcoin? Do you agree with me or disagree with me that another era should be in the Bitcoin? This is pretty much everything from me in this video. Please like, share and subscribe, and see you in some other videos. Bye bye.